Hi, hello, and good evening. It is our second birthday. Happy birthday to Strat Chat, formerly Jury Duty. I don't know if we're allowed to still say that.
Oh my
Um,
God.
yeah, after our little cease and desist.
Feels
We've
like
got
years
two
ago.
new friends here from the Reality Guys. You guys are all familiar with Billy. We've also got Brian here tonight, so thanks for hanging out with us.
For sure.
Welcome.
What's going on, guys?
Good to have
Tonight
you.
we're talking about trashy ass Temptation Island and a little bit of claim to fame. I hope somebody has some notes on claim to fame.
I have plenty of claim to fame notes.
I remember everything.
Great, because I watched it the day it aired and forgot everything that happened.
I also want to run down that challenge cast. I know you were featuring on Twitter. We should.
Oh
run
my
through
goodness!
Oh.
I would
yeah.
love to chat the challenge. Yeah, there's a lot to get into.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's just play our little credits and get into this sucker, eh? What is A?
I mean, literally, we have a fucking logo that zooms in for like 3 seconds, and you get my goofy face. Like, Brian, like we got to step it up.
I was definitely jealous of that. Like little jazz.
Please. Canva, man. Canva makes it real easy and actually looks pretty good.
That was sick. No, guys, that's very
really good.
very pleasant. Yes, no, that's really cool.
Thanks a lot.
Kyle's brother wrote the intro song there. So
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man, it's
Very
a family
talented,
affair up in here.
Is Brett already in the chat?
Yes.
I don't know. Like they changed the format of this. I don't know. Alyssa times 2. What do we? Oh, right.
Big Brother. He's talking about
And
Big
because
Brother.
of the challenge.
Because
Right.
I see.
Right. Yeah, I hear that. And I don't, it just brings up another point that we should really bring up later. But I don't know why these shows insist on doing this. Why must you give us 2 of the same name in one season? You
I
can't
say
just,
that on the Bachelor all the time.
yeah, just save
All
it
the
for
time.
a season. Do it some other time. Why do we have to deal with 2 Alyssas and we can't even say Alyssa from Big Brother? Okay.
Right.
So what?
Right.
Alyssa 23 and Alyssa
Right.
24. How incredibly annoying.
Reality TV, a little rule of thumb I've kind of picked up over our years now is that if you're watching any kind of competition or love show, never go with somebody who's the same name and an initial. There's no way someone named Caleb B is winning The Bachelor, right? It's just that. It just doesn't work. So I'm pretty sure there's
Caleb
part
B.
rules, nobody with kids is going to win any of those shows, and nobody with having to have a last initial is going to win the show. So.
yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so what are we going to talk about first?
I think we should start with claim to fame.
Claim to fame. All right, that
So that's
is
right?
the more supreme of the shows, I will say.
And then because I feel like that'll be a nice, it's a nice talk. Some friendly people playing a game, and then we can get into the trash later.
Oh God.
And then it's trash talk.
And trash we will.
I love it. So, claim to fame. How did the last one end? We had Neil deGrasse Tyson's son leaving, right? What was his name, Neil?
Travis.
What was his name? Travis. Oh, okay, right? Because he knew pi, right? So he had to go.
Because he knew pie.
Yeah, he killed himself on that one.
Which is also also not a talent, by the way. Oh no, that was a while ago.
Memorizing things.
Memorizing things. You're memorizing something that no one else can verify. Whoopee.
Right, surely who is going to be in the audience actually?
That's a good point.
Yeah, if you've said, you said, oh, I know pi, 3.14, any other numbers after that, I would say, okay, well, I guess.
I'd be sure.
Well, I wonder
Okay.
if the people in the audience had it in front of them, because you could see the Jonas brothers. They had the card in front of them, reading it as he was calling the numbers out. So
I guess.
It's possible.
Anywho, he's long gone. How did this one kick off? Where's the notes? Billy promised.
Oh,
I have the
gosh.
notes. I'm actually
This is the one where
my-
Jane guessed incorrectly.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember how it
Correct.
ends. I just don't remember
Yes.
how we started.
this was our first incorrect guess.
I was thrilled.
Hmm.
That Jane is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm happy that Jane is gone. I am.
I was
mean,
just excited to see someone guess incorrectly. I didn't care who it was. It was just like fun to see something not work out.
I was happy it was Jane.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
need to
I,
test the theory that like they actually, if they will send somebody home if they actually are wrong.
mhm, mhm.
I also loved Jane also getting a video message from Dolly Parton when it was revealed. So that means that Carly is still the only one that didn't get a video
I'm
message.
telling Tom Hanks
Just
does
a
not
picture
know
of her and
her.
Tom Hanks.
Tom
Yeah.
Hanks does not know this woman.
It's
I'm
Rita's
sorry.
niece anyway, so it's already like a little bit of a stretch. It's not like your Tom Hanks's brother's kid. It's Rita's brother's sister's kid. So
He
like,
does not
6
know her.
degrees
They've
of
never
Kevin
met.
Bacon.
You can't convince me otherwise. They've never
No,
met.
I don't think he does know her because I did Google something because I was very curious because Tom Hanks is a very nice man and her behavior was very subpar, and I was like, I wonder what Tom has to say about this, right? And apparently he only said like 2 words. I don't know what they were. It was like that's you or something like that. Like it wasn't like
Well, even like I don't remember if like she said it on the show or if it was like a video that Darcy had sent me or something, but she was fully like on whatever she was talking about. She was like, yeah, like he and I like email a bunch. It's like email. The way I have the phone numbers of every one of my relatives. What do you mean email?
Yeah,
What are you
email.
talking about?
Yeah.
We're pen
Right.
pals. We're pen pals.
They send
Yeah.
something on the beeper.
I'm like going through. I have
Smart
this
beep.
the handy dandy notebook of all the reality guys' notes, and somehow I
Yeah.
cannot find my claim to fame notes. But I know they exist because
Fired.
I did an entire episode off of
I
this.
know you did.
It's like fired.
So I'll find them as I continue to put my head down here.
Well, I remember one of the big themes from this episode, because I did take a few notes, but one big thing was
Tell us
that
things.
Monet was going over the clue that she had picked, and she picked Chris's clue. And it just, so her and Shane, I believe, were trying to figure it out. Shane and Monet. And they decided, we're not getting anywhere with this. Let's bring Jane in. Maybe Jane can help us. And it was like the perfect thing because it's Chris's clue, but like the very first symbols in the clue point to puppy love, which is something so dead on for Jane. But not that anybody would know this. So Jane, now walking around thinking Monet picked my clue, is trying to get me to help her figure out who my person is. And
Right.
meanwhile, the whole time it's Chris's
I
clue.
know where the notes are. I know
What
where the notes are.
what exactly is puppy love in relation to Dolly?
The song.
Oh, it's a
So
song.
I think, yeah, Jane mentioned it was her first single, I believe.
Oh, all right.
Couldn't tell you how it
Okay.
goes.
Yeah.
Think
I got another for you.
Not my type of music right there.
Exactly. It's clearly not mine either.
Yeah, this was the dodgeball episode too, where they were
Yeah.
doing the like paint
Yeah.
dodgeball.
Yeah,
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 This
yeah,
really,
yeah.
that really
Yes.
looked cool, but didn't pan out.
It did not. It didn't pan out at all. Let me ask you this. So there was that. So after Chris heard what this clue was, and he was nervous that maybe that was his. Obviously, he left the room. Not really a good decision, right? When he hears this clue, obviously, it sends off alarm bells. But then charging right over to Jane, what is it with people that they want to reveal to others that, oh my gosh, that could have been my clue? Like,
I got the
because
notes.
if it is,
Oh, I
that's
got
like-
the notes.
thank you, good, thank God. But like, if it is your clue and you're telling people that you're
Right, you're
nervous
tipping
about it,
people off. Yeah.
right, you're making
That
people think,
pertains
oh,
to
why is he
you.
nervous? Why is he nervous? Like this is
Right, like
not-
how would that clue have related to you now? Like even
Right.
if it wasn't your clue,
Mhm.
now
Why are you shook? Why are
Well,
you shook? That's not
I
good.
took puppy love. I think Chris looks like. I think it's Donny Osmond.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
a
I've been
Donny
thinking,
Osmond
too. Yeah.
song, and he looks like an Osmond. Like if you look at his face, he looks like Donny Osmond. So that's what I thought. So I just thought she knew that. That's why I was shook when she said Elvis Presley. I was like, wait,
well,
what?
as soon as she was looking at the clue and instead of idol got like Russian doll out of it, I was like, oh, she just screwed herself.
Yeah,
on
they're
that.
not. You're not going to get one word out of that doll. It's going to be doll. It's not going to be Russian doll.
Yeah.
Like that was
Right.
a big stretch. That's trying to be the smartest person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it was interesting because part of the clue was, wasn't it just like T, the word, oh no, it was a T-shirt, right?
It was a
And
T-shirt
then-
with the letter
and then
N.
the letter N and then an I. So the fact that they put together T, like 10, Tennessee, it made me feel like, wow, okay, I could see that maybe. Because Elvis from
Yeah, yeah.
Tennessee or whatever, right? Like I could see that. Like, But-
You can always see what you want to see.
Right.
yeah.
Also true.
Because for me, when I first saw the clue, the first thing I thought of was, okay, that says idol. You know, I wouldn't have thought like, oh, Russian doll, nesting doll. Like I was like, oh no, idol. Like it's just so funny.
I have all the
notes
notes for the Carson. So the episode started with Gabriel. Gabriel's trying to get everyone to think that his claim to fame is an athlete, but it's not. And so he keeps telling the stories about like his claim to fame, giving out the same pieces of jewelry to multiple women at the same time. But we know it's not an athlete because he said that in his confessionals. So the popular theory on Twitter, and it's a low-hanging fruit joke, is that he's related to Nick Cannon.
I think that's right.
Because he also said they don't look anything alike.
Right.
So like
He's got plenty of
Yeah,
choices.
Nick Cannon's got
Yikes.
a stable of women.
Woof.
Stable.
It's a low-hanging fruit
I mean, that's
joke,
what
but-
he did.
This is good.
I'm watching another show in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. There's somebody talking about Nick Cannon every episode. She used to be with Nick Cannon. Like, can't escape this guy.
He's
No,
literally everywhere.
Oh, to be fair, I watch Selling Sunset, and the new agent this year is one of Nick Cannon's baby moms.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
Oof, they're everywhere.
Genuinely, there's like 1,000 of them.
yeah.
You hear that he wanted
Actually,
to have like a family band, and Mariah Carey was like, absolutely not.
He could have a full drum line at this point.
Yeah.
Ah,
Actually,
but
I've worked with Nick Cannon before. Actually,
is that so?
What?
yeah, because so Kyle and Gina know that part of my job in the past has been doing some mascot work for the New York Mets and the New York Islanders. And when the Super Bowl came to New York, VH1 did a concert series, and they wanted to have as one of their hosts this character called Iggy the Penguin. So they reached out to some teams looking for someone that could play as a mascot, and I was chosen. And the other hosts with me were Nick Cannon and Stacy Keebler.
Nice.
I actually had to do a skit with Nick Cannon where I was supposed to, like, because it's, Super Bowl themed concerts or whatever that we're working at. And one of the skits was that I was supposed to, like, knock a football out of his hands, and then we were supposed to, like, jump to the ground and try to wrestle it away from each other. But I knocked the football out of his hands, and it bounced straight off the floor and hit him directly in the face.
That's awesome.
And that's my moment with Nick Cannon.
That's your claim to fame.
John,
That's my
it
claim
is
to fame.
Wow.
it is so crazy to me that I have known you for like 16 years, and I have learned so many things about you through this podcast. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Really never heard
A
that.
casual, by the way.
By the way, I was Iggy the Penguin. Like, get out of here.
We talked about Chris. The next thing that really happens in the episode of note is the actual slingshot challenge.
Yeah, this one I felt bad. I felt a little bad for Miss Jane here.
This looked like it could have been a fun challenge, though.
Yeah,
I really
that's what I
thought this
was
could.
saying.
I
Yeah,
thought it
the
was cool.
teams were better.
Well, they got to pick the teams, and they did not pick it for athleticism,
Yeah,
really,
he just
at
didn't
all.
manage. He didn't manage the shooters and like protectors at all.
Shane seemed like she knew exactly who she wanted. And then you've got like you've got Gabriel over there picking like the injured people. Like
Yeah,
Gabriel's the
insulting.
best. He is my favorite person on
My
the
favorite
show
too.
by far this season. He's just so funny. He's just going along for the ride, really. He's trying to play the game. I'm pretty sure he's going to give himself away sooner than later. He's going to give away that his thing's not an athlete. They're going to ask him like specific questions about the team or something like that. He's not going to have a story.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
I completely believe that. Yeah.
100%.
I just feel really bad for the people that were chosen after JR. Like, we chose this person who could not make one shot and hurt himself playing basketball alone. Like, I am the least athletic person gathered here tonight. And
I
like,
have
never
the
hurt
draft pick.
myself playing sports by myself. Like,
This is these are the draft picks in the order they were drafted, like the NFL draft ticker. So Shane and Gabriel were captains. Hugo was the first pick, then Monet. Didn't make sense. Then JR, then Chris, then
JR.
Olivia, then Carson, then Jane.
Poor Jane.
But
And,
Jane,
like,
they stuck her
technically
on the
never
shooting,
picked.
and I think you need a pretty athletic person for the shooting. Like, and that's not, you don't put like the slow person on the shooting. Like that's what they were thinking, but they couldn't get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did you-
It was a mess.
What did you think of the clues? I actually took a little screenshot. The clues that they received
Ooh.
after.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. So Gabriel with the drumstick, that's Star. How do you look at that, by the way? And anyone goes
Brian
Dallas
knows what it
Cowboys.
is.
Yeah, Hugo. That's a
Come
shot for
on,
Hugo.
come on. That means he's not related anything to sports. Even I know that's not Dallas Cowboys.
No, I think isn't. We were saying in our episode that it looks like the America's Got Talent star.
Right.
When he
That's
was the
what I
host of
think,
that
too.
show.
Which makes sense for Nick Cannon, and he's holding
sure.
drumsticks like drumline.
Wow.
What is the
okay.
hat though?
It's a hat. It reminds me of Charlie Brown. You know,
Probably
from
some
Smokey
like
Joe's
show he
Cafe.
was on, or
Charlie
like something we
Brown.
don't like recognize.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hat is.
Brett just said
Underclasses?
underclass, whatever that is.
Underclasses.
Oh, there's
He said
Brad.
that.
There it is.
Is that a movie that he was in?
No
Oh,
idea what
probably.
that is.
Probably.
Woof, sorry. Get up on your Nick Cannon trivia.
Yeah.
That is like a really good deep cut Nick Cannon trivia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I know some of his rap songs and not his movies.
Ooh.
I think Monet is related to JB Smoove.
Ooh, I like that.
And the hat is the one that
I like that.
That'd be pretty sick.
Could be.
yeah.
Alien with the glasses.
I can't tell you the next two though. Like JR and Olivia, I have no idea.
Yeah,
Who
I
is
don't.
Also,
Maybe a
Does
baby
anyone
chef,
the
baby
Steve
baker.
Harvey thing that keeps getting thrown out there? I don't think is right.
Yeah.
I don't think so either.
I want it to be wrong very badly, just because everybody's so dead set on it. Like, so I
Yeah.
just definitely just want it to be wrong. I want to say, who is Monty? His name is not Monty. That's JR.
Monty.
like for Big Brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
See, that's my.
I've
that's
seen
the-
some people saying with the pacifier could be Lil Nas X,
Yeah, but what does that have to do with
could be
the
could
chef's
be
hat?
JR.
Okay.
What does the pacifier mean? Like Molly?
I think I've just seen that. I think as like a prop that's been used, even
Yeah, I feel
Okay.
like
like
he's
a
just had one.
pacifier. Yeah.
But then how would the chef's hat factor into that?
Or is it a baker's hat?
Is that not the same thing?
No, don't bakers have like different
Yeah,
hats?
bakers
They're,
are like
higher.
puffy. Like it's
and they
like
have
it
more
looks like a broccoli
cardboard, like-
stalk, I
Ooh,
think.
okay, I'm sorry.
She goes, "Ooh, okay, I'm sorry."
But either way, I agree with you. I don't know what. I'm lost on him completely.
Yeah, I
I
have
don't
no idea.
know.
It means nothing to me. Who is next on there?
It was Olivia,
Yeah.
and I don't.
I've
know who
seen
that is.
Because the
I
glasses
don't
said
even know who
Happy New
Olivia
Year
is.
on them. Yeah, she's with the alien things on her head and the glasses and the Red Cross.
Yeah, it's maybe like nonprofit medical
I thought maybe like
I've
if
seen-
it's like an actor, like somebody from like a medical show,
FEMA.
Could be.
like Grey's Anatomy.
I've seen some
yeah,
people
Grey's
say
Anatomy.
say the glasses say Happy New Year, maybe like Ryan Seacrest or something like that.
Ooh,
That would be a huge
Uh,
get. Like these are huge.
Ooh, like an
names.
Andy Cohen.
But I feel like all of the celebrities so far is like
Yeah,
these
they've
are
been they've been
huge
pretty
names.
Yeah,
They have
great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this not what we got in season one? Were they
Apparently,
lower
from-
yet?
from what
They
I've
had big
heard, no.
names, But like, I don't know, Tom Hanks, Dolly Parton. Those are.
No, these are
Huge-
definitely way
Like they
more.
think
big
Hugo could be
time.
related to a president. I mean, those are pretty. That's pretty.
Yeah, I
big.
think the Jimmy Carter one's a pretty good one too. Like that.
I think that's dead on.
It's crazy because Jane took some of these. She was right about a few people. I mean, the problem was that Shane got immunity. Everyone knows who Shane is, and it's just this happened last season though. There was somebody who they knew who the identity was from literally week one,
It
and
was
she
the
made it to the
gymnast.
final 4 or 5 because everyone just kind of took it for granted, and then she started winning immunities and
Mm.
literally almost made it
It was
to the
the twin
finale.
gymnast.
based off of that.
The twin gymnast, whoever. What was her name?
That was the Simone Biles.
No,
sister.
Biles. Yep.
Yeah,
Ah.
and it literally is her twin sister. So it's like
Yeah.
Simone Biles, and everyone was like laughed about it from the beginning, and it just never happened. So that you do have to be careful, even if you know this person from the beginning. If you play around too long, they're going to end up making it way further than
Yeah,
they
they're eventually going to win something at a bad time for
Right.
you.
for
It
you
makes the show
exactly.
very interesting. Like this is not just like a guess who, right? Like there's strategy involved here. There's like there are so many layers to this, and I'm really getting into it. At first I thought it was like a throwaway show just to have an excuse to talk to you guys.
It's a lot of
But,
fun.
It's not. Yeah, it's very very fun.
And it has the ability to go for like seasons and seasons and
Oh,
seasons.
yeah.
It has
Yeah.
so many celebrities.
Right, you're never gonna run out of.
Yeah, we're never going to run
contestants.
out. It's
No.
it could be here till we're dead.
Yes, because the more obscure, the better. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that only makes it more fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The only other thing I had notes here that we didn't talk about is they do take Carson's clue like for winning the challenge.
Right.
So it's a trophy, an eraser, the minus sign, the letter E, and then a question mark on a face. Then there's like 2 record players, and then the number 4 and a beer mug. So I don't really know what it actually is, but Carson, we had no clue on, but now at least we have a clue floating around on Carson. Sure, the internet.
I wonder. I think it's like a NASCAR driver or something, race car driver. I wonder because what I was thinking with that too, like the beginning of it, the clues kind of points like a race car driver potentially, and then the 4 beer thing. I was almost wondering, like, I wonder if whoever this race car driver is drives, and the sponsor is like Bud Light or something, or
Budweiser, I think is a sponsor.
Yeah,
like 4 could be a race car number.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who's number 4?
I like that. I don't know anything about NASCAR, but
Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Was he 4?
I don't know.
No, I think he had like double digits. He was like it was double digits. It's gonna be like not a Jimmy Johnson, but like a Kevin Harvick type, or like a Tony Stewart or something like that. Like it's definitely got to be somebody who you'll recognize the name, like when people hear it. Now, none of them people may know anything about NASCAR, but you just Google that. Number 4 NASCAR. Number 4 NASCAR. Kevin Harvick. Yeah. I mean, he's a big time racer, like pretty famous, like a Hall of Fame racer. But he's a Busch Light car. He drives like a Busch Light car, famously.
Okay.
The big mountains on the front.
All right. Oh shoot, my thought's gone. Oh damn, it's so annoying. Oh no. So can we go? Let's circle back to Carson, because we did skip over the fact that Carson clocked who Jane was before anyone else said anything. I think that's certainly worth noting. Yeah, because she knew about this Tootsie's place.
I've been there.
Have you? Wow, Tootsie's.
Yeah, it's like one of the tourist spots on Broadway, like the main street in Nashville. It's just the whole decor is all purple, so the orchid does give that away, and like the choker. But it's a good bar. Like I said,
did you know that when you saw it? Like, did you think? Like,
no, I didn't think it instantly, but when they said it, I was like, I know I've been there. That makes sense completely. I don't think that's much. I literally said to my wife because she was watching it with me, I'm like, that's just aloof enough of a clue for me to think it's legit. Like, it's not on the nose, but when you know it, it makes
yeah.
So I was like, I was sold on that, but then I wait to see what was going to happen. But yeah, so it's definitely a popular place in Nashville.
I think that's awesome. I definitely had no idea. I was really low on Carson, and then like, I don't know, because she couldn't sing, so I thought she sucked. But like, not bad. Like, put some respect on Carson's name. Like, what's up? Like, she's playing the game. Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
that was good.
That's all. I just want to give her a couple of flowers. An orchid, if you will.
Give her an orchid.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yikes.
Hugo's face, though, at the elimination, I noted as a classic.
He makes great faces.
Hugo's the best.
He's so funny.
God.
The end of the note,
Hugo.
Yeah.
All right.
So
well,
that's that.
That's claim.
So Jane's out of here. Jane guest Chris
Jane.
as Elvis Presley. Falsas. We saw a burning screen. I was like, what does this mean? What does this mean? Is there a glitch?
She should have gone with Hugo.
No, but like that's what I laughed so hard because she was like, "What does that mean? Like, Queen, what do you think it means? It's
right.
It went
it's not
differently
going
than
the way
everybody
it went
else.
last time, which means it's probably not
right,
good.
which means you're wrong.
Right. I don't want her to pick Hugo. I don't want Hugo to go yet.
She was expecting them to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, technical difficulties." You're actually right, Jane. Sorry.
Actually, Jane is going to twist. You have secret immunity. It's not you tonight. Get out of here, Jane. Thanks for coming down, babe. What did you think of her throwing Monet under the bus? I didn't think that was necessary. Like, granted, I don't know. The Jonases, I don't know which one said it. One of the Jonases had asked her, why did you say Elvis Presley? Why did you guess that? She said, oh, well, Monet showed me her clue. That's not necessary. You could have just said, I heard some things. I feel like that unnecessarily puts a little target on Monet. No?
She's salty.
I don't really think that
salty.
Monet did anything.
To Monet?
I don't think that. Well, I think that Jane was under the impression that Monet and Shane were trying to be tricky and throw her off. But we saw that like Monet and Shane had no idea what was going on. They kept going, puppy love shirt. Puppy love shirt.
I agree with
then,
you.
like,
Well, I mean, we even see
right.
on like we even see on the next on that people are like, oh my god, they're being so shady. They gave her the wrong clue on purpose, and it's like, no, she just
Right.
was
Didn't
so
know.
confidently wrong that everyone was like, oh, all right.
Right. And that's what Carson said that at the end of this episode too, because she said like, oh, I can't believe they actually did that to intentionally send her home, like let her down the wrong path. Now, I mean, is it possible that that's actually so? Like, this is so heavily edited, you know, like, is it possible that the conversation that we saw was actually them, you know, like putting on airs to throw Jane off?
Because you even saw like in Jane's confessional, she had the aha moment while she was in the confessional and was like, oh my god, wait, I know exactly what that means. You know?
Did you think that aha moment was actually? I didn't like that aha moment.
Oh, you didn't like?
No,
Okay,
no, that aha
okay.
felt very like contrived to me.
Wow.
It didn't feel real.
Ooh, I like that.
It
For
looked
the
like
dramatics.
It just looked. I don't know. It just looked like they said, "Honey, you didn't do it well. Just try it again." Moving on. Like it didn't look good. Go back and look at Jane's shock. I think you might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty false. There's like a
False.
little twinge of her in her right eye, almost like she's looking to see if it was okay. Was that one good? Watch. Jane's a fraud. And she was, because her name is Jada Starlene. Or Stardust.
Her
Or
pants were
Stardust.
on fire.
I thought about that too, because some of these people, if you are truly like celebrity relatives and you're close to some of these celebrities, it's not so far out of the realm of possibility that you might actually be sort of familiar with some of these people. So like, would
especially if
you
you're
change
like
your
a big fan of their work.
Right, like you might have heard of something, like especially if you're a child of one of these celebrities, like it's not unheard of that you would run in a circle that you might have heard of a name. So I think it's interesting she changed her name, and I wonder if anyone else has. Was that a thing on season 1?
I think a few people did it. My memory's correct.
Yeah, there were some names that were changed for sure.
That's really fun. I didn't know that was an element to this.
Anything's possible.
So as I'm sitting back here thinking I'm being a super sleuth, checking my Wikipedia every time they say certain things, like, oh, I don't see your name. I don't see your name under personal life. It's like I could be led astray.
Led astray.
Let us stray. I give you a lot.
All right.
Oh man.
Any final thoughts on Claim to Fame?
Great show.
No.
Big player down early, so it's
Yeah.
kind of opened the field up.
Game is blown wide open. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So that's
You know
that.
you know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to talk about Temptation Island.
Yes.
The guy right there.
Yeah, here we are.
We
Yeah.
finally got the light. We finally got the
We
Temptation light.
sure did, and we got it again and again and again.
As by the way, as a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, I have really been appreciating you guys referring to these lights as the Palantirs.
Yeah, the Temptation Island seeing stones, man. Mark is like, I don't know who Mark that makes Mark right now, but he's having fun with it, and the light is just broad enough and just vague enough to just drive all of these people crazy. It's perfect.
Yeah. So now that we've seen the light turn on for multiple scenarios, like, is it really just like any physical contact? You know what I mean? Like intimate physical contact, because it feels like some things that happened before we like got the light introduced probably would have turned it on.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So like,
100%.
so because that was something before too. Like we're so new to Temptation Island that like we knew that the light was a thing. Didn't realize that like this episode was going to be Mark going to the villas and like explaining what it was. I just assumed that like maybe nothing big enough has happened yet for the light to be featured. Like I didn't even, because we're so new to this. So like,
But
yeah,
he kind of rolled the thing out like the goblet of fire kind of.
Yeah.
A little big to do about it.
That's why I said it. Like, I wish he just had a sheet and he like was like, "This is the light," and it's like, you're not messing with the light.
And it's already glowing, and he's like, you know why it's glowing? Because somebody is banging.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Just like
It's version somewhere on this island.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
but this is the
Surprise.
first time they've ever done this. This is the first time.
I was gonna say, had they ever done this before?
No.
Okay.
No.
I almost
Nope.
would have loved if the light was in there all this time and just like turning on and off, and they were like, "What is
And
this
they
thing?"
had no
And
clue.
he came
That
in. It
would
was
be
like
good.
every time this has been going on, it means that somebody over there's been hooking up with one of your.
Well, because we were even surprised that like last episode there were a couple of times where people were hooking up with each other and there was no mention made of it, and we were like, is it just not enough to set the light off? Like, what's going on? Because I didn't know they were going to introduce it later.
Yeah, you're right. Those kisses must not have been steamy enough.
Those kisses sucked. All right, didn't generate enough electricity to
Yeah.
turn on the light.
And Mark even referred to it. He's like, "Do you like this new?" I don't even remember what he said exactly because I watched it again with my wife today. But he referred to it not as a light, like the technical name of a light. Oh, do you like this new light fixture that I brought in? Like that's what you
Yeah.
referred to it as.
The chandelier.
Yeah.
This was also a quote from Mark after he introduced the temptation light, and this is a literal quote: "The island is always watching."
Yeah.
the island is.
He is Sauron.
Yeah,
Like
we
it's
just don't
literally
really know what they
spiritually
expect.
tied into this orb. It decides if you're giving in to temptation or not. It's-
Mhm.
it's
And
a-
there's
it's
somebody just
magic.
manning these cameras. Like, okay, there's a button. Time that they're making out. Hit
I
the
want to
button.
know where the button is so bad and who got to press the button.
Who's in charge? Button man. If you probably watch the credits, there is a dude that's like in charge of Temptation Light.
Sir Button.
Not Sir Button.
Sir Button, and you have to say it like that. It's not
Sir
button, it's button.
Button.
Emphasis
Button.
on the T.
Button.
So stupid. Wait, so can we talk about Tammy and Nafisha?
Yes.
Of
All right,
course,
because like I am so tired of Miss Tammy, so I don't even know what to do. Okay, I am.
This was so weird.
tired of her. Like,
she
first
is
of all,
strange.
she is so strange. She's so strange, and like Great is sitting here. Like this is how the episode opens, right? With Great feeling bad that he
Yeah.
created this whole thing. This is not Great's fault. Okay, this is two unhinged women acting crazy. All right, because nobody was doing anything that they were not supposed to. This all started because Tammy didn't want to brush her teeth. Like that is really
Right,
how
you're
this
right.
That's
started.
how
This
this
has
whole thing
nothing to do
started.
with Great. This man was over here minding his business. Okay. And like this man is like, I don't know. I really feel bad for Great. Like he didn't ask for this. He's really
I
roped
don't
in
know.
a
I
lot of
kinda-
dr-
I kind of think.
Woo.
I think Great sucks. I think that guy sucks.
But hold on. None of these people are good people.
Yeah,
all
that's-
suck.
Okay,
established that.
this is
Like,
not
none
a
of them are
ringing
good
endorsement for Great. This
Any
is
of
more
these
just that like
people.
this situation was not his fault. I'm not saying he's a good person. This is
think
like I'm not signing
arguably-
off.
Arguably, Caitlyn could be argued to be a good person.
So far,
Yeah, I can see that. I
So
can
far.
see that.
So far,
But
the list is short.
here's my
It's
thing
so
with Great
short,
too,
and it's
though.
written in
Like,
pencil.
I get that. I can see. Okay, because I side with Nafisa. You know that I love Nafisa. I'm a big
I know.
Nafisa fan over here.
Uh-huh.
Same.
But but Great, has he ever asked Nafisa on a date? I thought he took Tammy
No.
on a date, so I could see why she would be bothered by everything that's going on. And Great, he took me on a date, never took Nafisa on a date, but now I'm just being replaced here before anything even got started between me and Great. That's why I do blame Great a bit here too.
their name's literally great. Like,
Great.
Like I had a great day.
Yeah, it's short. He has he has a long Nigerian name that's hard to say, and they just called him
Right.
Great.
They just call him.
And here's also what Great looks like this entire episode too, with the towel on his head.
Yeah.
You know,
he's looking like he's having a
'Cause it's
rough
hot.
fourth
It's
quarter, basically,
hot.
the entire
Roasty
the entire
toasty.
episode.
not roasty toasty.
he's having these like serious confessionals with a towel on his head, a red towel.
I feel
How did I get myself into this situation? Energy. Because look, even when he tries to definitively end it by taking the Nafisa in for the night and kind of being like, "Okay, everybody, this is like I'm making my choice."
Here
This
comes
kid
Tammy.
goes in his room.
Here
Yeah,
comes
that was
Tammy.
weird.
Hey, are you okay?
That was so
I wanna
cringy.
make sure you
I
make
also
decisions
noticed.
for
I
yourself.
felt the secondhand embarrassment that I felt in
Yeah.
this moment. I was like, I can't watch this
Yeah.
anymore. Please make it stop.
Yeah,
I
so
also
bad.
thought it was funny because of the big blowout that happened in the kitchen not long ago between Nafisa and Tammy that Tia just somehow found herself in the middle of and was crying. She was the other person that was running into the room with Tammy
Of course she
when
Yes.
Great and Nafisa
Like,
were
how are you a
trying
part
to
of
hook up.
this?
So sick of Tia
I'm like,
too.
what
so
is-
sick
yeah.
of Tia?
Tia.
Oh my gosh, these are just
Why
honestly
should
the
be a part
worst
of
people.
this?
Like they're just
They're
all
terrible.
terrible.
They're all terrible.
But I will say, I did like Nafisa's response to Tammy's intrusion.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, Tammy wants to join the party." She's like, "No, I don't." She's like, "Well, you're in here, so like, why don't you
Then
come
what
on
are
in?
you doing?
What do you come on, dive
Yeah.
in?"
That wouldn't be the first threesome on the show.
Listen, and
Very
the
dope.
thing about that, Brian, is that if Tammy got in, I think Nafisa would have been down. There was
I think
something about watch her face in
You
that
don't
moment.
say stuff like that if you're not down.
No, I
And
agree.
her face in that moment, she actually, she was down.
She was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because is that what's up? That's what's up tonight. All right. Give in to temptation. Go ahead and let that bad light.
As long as you say you're okay. Are you okay? You know what you're doing?
You
Are
know
you
what
okay?
you're
He was
doing?
like, get out
Are you
of
making
here.
decisions for yourself?
God.
And he's like,
Ugh.
goodbye, Tammy.
Good night.
Goodbye, Tammy.
Goodbye, Tammy.
I also loved the awkward moment between that group of three during the Jenga game, because Tammy thought she was being so smooth. I'm going to put this in here, so I'm going to get a
Yep.
chance to kiss
She
great.
thinks she's
And then
slick.
Nafisa pulls it.
She thinks she's so slick.
Yeah, karma's real.
Yeah.
The producers are probably like, yo, pull that brick. Pull that brick.
Yeah,
Oh,
that one
yeah,
right there.
sure.
That one right there.
No, it
So-
didn't fall once. The tower. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to ask Brian and Billy too, because I know you guys have you guys watched every season of Temptation Island at this point?
The new rendition, yes.
The last
Okay.
5
Season.
seasons. I did watch the original season when I was younger, but like you can't find them anywhere.
they're
So
like-
yeah, we've watched all 5.
We've even asked Mark, where are they? He doesn't even know.
Yeah, he can't get access. We literally asked the host of the
Yeah.
show, and he doesn't have them.
That's funny.
I
But
tried to
wanted
watch
ask
the
you
first
guys.
season. I was told no by my mom.
My
He
parents
literally said that show is
attention enough for me
trash.
to-
You
to
cannot
stop
watch
me
it.
from
Yeah.
watching things.
And the real
But-
funny thing is that to bring it full circle is like I'm staying with my mom now, and she knows I'm like I'm watching Temptation Island. Go watch it and talk about it on the podcast, and she's like, "Oh my god." So,
That's very funny.
yeah, I'm sorry.
But
Go ahead, John.
I wanted to ask, so for the singles that are kind of like the leftovers at this point, right? Like, because I feel like Hall and Michaela they're not like they're gonna be like a thing for the rest of the season, right? Like,
Yeah.
It seems like Great is settling in with like Nafisa, right? Rob seems like totally smitten with Desiree. I guess Chris is the only one that's like just now newly forming this thing with Alexis, right, or whatever. But like Tia, has she made any connect? Like, is there anything that like the leftovers that aren't really like hooked up with one of the
Not
couples?
the
Like, is there
leftovers.
anything?
They are the
That's so
leftovers.
sad.
Is there anything? Is there anything that they can do to like avoid from being eliminated at this point? Or are they just like done? Have you seen anybody like been able to like step in?
I mean, anything is possible. So I think there was a couple seasons where the eliminations were actually decided by the singles. So the singles could vote out some of the singles. So like that would be something if they brought that back.
Okay.
One of the guys we made pretty good friends with from last season, his name's Ray Rock, and they do other things on the island. You can build friendships and things like that. And I think they do enjoy the conversations with, like, they just don't show it because it's not hooking up.
Sure.
Right,
But
right.
I think they are still getting stuff out of it because apparently like every season, like right, Bill, he talks about all like the friends he made on the show.
Yeah,
and
they
things like
hang.
that.
I mean, they don't send them right home. But even as
Yeah.
far as like you're talking about the gameplay, the only thing you could see happen, which has happened in the past seasons, is where like what you're saying is like they go all the way through and you're a couple, and then they have some big blow up fight,
Yeah.
and then they're done, and they just like pick somebody else like near the end because it's just like they're done with the other person.
Yeah,
But
convenient.
as far as the show, like pretty soon, I'm sure next week they'll probably eliminate a few people, and then like another few weeks, like the last 2 weeks or so is just the final like couples per se. So they'll
Mhm.
start to drop the people next week, I would think. So there's usually only like 10 episodes or so.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
sounds right. Yeah, wait till we get to the part where they're waiting for an iPad in a box.
Oh my
For
god,
that. You'll
What?
know what I'm talking about when you see it.
Oh no.
Okay.
awesome.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
Is that where like more secrets are like?
It's like the
divulged?
message. It's like, oh my god, he didn't send me a message.
They send each other
They can
messages.
send each other a message with no, like and then the other person is like, you can either get it, and then sometimes there's no message in the box. It's just an empty box, and they're like, oh my god, they don't love me. They must not care about me. Or
Oh
like,
my gosh.
there's no way Great sending a message. kind of
no,
thing, right?
no.
And Paris.
And if he
gonna
is sending,
lose
well,
it.
can they send nasty grams?
Oh yeah, they
Yeah, I
say.
guess
Oh
they
yeah,
should.
some of them are
Then-
great nasty
So then
grabs.
maybe
Yeah,
Great
they're
will
great.
be sending a message.
Yikes.
I'm sure Vanessa will have 2 words.
Boo.
Oh,
Yeah,
Can
can we talk about Vanessa?
No,
Sure.
Absolutely. I'm always down to talk about Vanessa.
I'd love to know what you guys think about Vanessa.
I'm
boy.
so done with Vanessa. Like I don't
Here's-
need to
here's
see
the
her
thing.
anymore.
Here's the thing. I hate Vanessa, but because of that, I love Vanessa.
Yeah, she's great for TV.
Sobbing as soon as
love
the light
her.
was introduced.
Yeah.
As soon as it was introduced, she freaked out.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings on Vanessa. There's a lot that I like about her. I like her very dominant spirit. Like I would like that. Like I like that nice strong partner. Tell me what to do. I'm down for that. I'm not down for the disrespect though. Like she's so
Yeah.
rude. Like
Yeah.
the way she's always talking about how she settled for him. Like, oh, my friends are looking at him like, oh, what is that about? Because I know who you used to date. It's like, ugh,
Oh, I'd be so
honey.
embarrassed if my partner was saying that they settled for me.
Right,
Like so
what is
openly.
that? Like,
Yeah, and
come
some-
on. Like, it's one thing to wear the pants and be a little domineering and bossy. It's a whole nother thing to be disrespectful and like like they're two different things.
Yeah, and sometimes those videos are worse than like a kiss or like a mild cheating on the island. It's
Oh,
just, like,
of
getting
course.
like destroyed verbally. Of, like, oh, I'm looking for
Yeah.
my husband with my
Destroyed, too.
boyfriend. It's like, sheesh.
Yeah, because like a kiss or even if it was sex or something, that's still just like a moment, right? Well, I'm talking about how I feel about you and how you're perceived in my world. That's an ongoing,
Yeah.
like that is what it used to be and that is what it is now and going forward. Like it's
And
not
on
just
TV
10
now.
minutes. Like what is sex? That's just a couple of minutes. Like, okay, we can forgive that.
Mhm.
But the disrespect, oof,
Yeah, she openly talks about missing her old relationship.
Yeah,
not like the
oof,
one she's currently in.
oof. Yeah, cringy,
gross.
cringy.
Yeah, she's a mess. She's messy.
She is a mess. She's a mess. But I like the way she talks.
It like
She's
it
good for TV.
continues-
She's
Yeah.
good for TV.
Yeah, I will say about Vanessa, it continues to be interesting to me because of like how she seems to like. She even said at one point early in the season, like, "Why do I always keep going for these younger guys?" And when I found out, then she was married at 19. You would imagine that this person she got married to was also very young, and it seems like her like pattern is being in relationships with younger men that she can control and mold into like
Mhm.
exactly what she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her first relationship was very young with a very young person. Now she's with the age difference is what 7-8 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And the first guy that she goes up to is only a year older than Rob now. Like now that she's on the island, like it seems like that's like her personality and
Yeah.
what she seems to have gone for in the past. Like lines up with she just wants someone that she can control, that's younger.
Yeah.
That's
Big D season 2 contestant.
Yeah, I think it's like I think she's 34 and he's 24.
Something like that.
yeah.
And they've
It's
been
like
together for a
10 years.
year. He's talking about how much time he's wasted. It's been 1 year.
Well, he's young. He
Yeah.
thinks that's
that's
a
a lot,
long
yeah.
time.
And there's a long time, like, percentage wise.
Yeah.
Like for him,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, they know Hall.
Actually, can we talk about another? I was actually going to say another age difference thing here. So, I had such a laugh to myself when at the guys' villa they did the prom
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
because that's another one, right? Hall's 35, I think Michaela's 24, and Michaela made a comment like, "Oh my God, I'm having more fun at this prom than I did at my actual prom," and I was like, that was only like 5-6 years ago for her. Meanwhile,
Yikes.
Hall would have been like the chaperone, like the teacher
Oh.
at her
The
prom.
sub-
Oh
the
my God.
substitute.
I hate that.
I don't like Hall at all.
No.
I think he's
sucks.
pretty disrespectful, honestly.
Yeah.
His reaction
He's
at the
blinded by
bonfire,
boobs.
just seeing, and he just sees Caitlyn hug somebody. There are other guys watching their significant other actually like grind with people and make out with people, and Caitlyn like gave a hug to a guy for a 2-second video clip, and he's like, "I know
Yeah.
she's not the one for me."
That's how
Well,
you
he's
know
like, I
she's
haven't
done
seen
nothing wrong.
love like that from her in a while. It's like, dude, you're a soft boy. Like, you're the worst. You're obviously the issue. She doesn't seem like a horrible person. Then she's
It's also
made-
like.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No,
No, you go.
continue.
You get something to say it.
No, because on the flip side, it's like, you're seeing like all of these guys like physically cheating on their girlfriends, their significant others, whatever. And like, yeah, that's really shitty. If I find out that like my boyfriend is sleeping with someone, I'm going to get hurt. But what's going to hurt me 1,000 times more is finding out that my significant other is being emotionally intimate with someone. And the amount of time that he has spent with Michaela being like, it feels like they've known each other for like 10 minutes, but talking about how like she wants to have kids and I'm just connecting to her so much and all these feelings. And it's like, no, that is so much shittier than just sleeping with someone one time. Like,
He's
I agree.
blind feelings.
No, I agree. Like, that's what
Blind.
I was just, he's spending a lot of his time talking negatively about his partner. He's just like harping on her,
Yeah.
harping on her, harping on her. And other people are sitting there cheating, like you said, and whatever, but they're not really shit talking their partners too much, except for with Rob, with Vanessa, because
Yeah.
he's just like, I'm afraid of her and she controls me.
Sure.
But everyone else, like, they're going around their casual cheating without really talking crap on their partner. And Hall's
Casual
spending
cheating.
his whole time not really cheating, like you said, physically, but just being like, she's never gonna be a mom. She's just not nice to me. Like, she just. He's my least favorite person.
I would be hurt either way, but I would be more hurt to find out that my partner is being emotionally intimate with someone in a way that they're not with me, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
I just think it's weird whether you're on a TV show or in real life or whatever to know someone for like 5 days and be like, you want to have a family with me? Let's get
Well,
married
of course,
right
that's
now.
crazy. Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
But that's
Oh
just, I
my
mean, that's
God.
how doomed these relationships
Yeah.
were to begin with. That's all it
Doomed.
really
Yeah.
takes, you know, like,
Right. One conversation with one woman one time saying, yeah, I'd have kids was enough for him to be like, oh, I'm with the wrong
right.
person.
Rational people are not going to be cast on this show. Like,
Right.
no.
We've also purported on the show that, like, we don't believe half of his bull crap to this. We think a lot of it's that he's just super physically attracted to her and he doesn't really want to be in his
he's
relationship.
a boob dude.
anyway.
He's a boob dude. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He's blinded, and it's like, stop lying to us.
Wait, so
Blinded by
Michaela
the
has
boobs?
big boobs?
I think.
Yeah, what?
I'm joking. I'm
What is-
totally-
Wait, this is
talking
coming
about?
to serious.
I was
Wait a minute.
joking around there.
Oh, I
know Brian was.
I
but-
wasn't. I really have
big.
not noticed at all. I don't.
I mean, they all they do is show it. Like, she's in the intro
Literally
video.
all they do.
Yeah.
Wait, are you-
They zoom a
Well,
thousand times an
I'm
episode.
always looking at her face. I
She's
just
on
think
the
she has
intro video,
interesting
too.
features. Wait,
Wait.
bring her back up. Hold on. Give me
Are
a
you
minute
being
now.
serious right now that you've never
What?
noticed?
That's literally all they focus in
Is
on
that
about
so?
her.
I mean, because I look at her face and I
Yes.
just think there's like so many just so many other things that are interesting.
I hope this is a bit. I hope this is a bit.
No, my gosh.
Yeah,
it's
I
so
really
good.
thought that this was
Instagram is nothing but
Oh,
just
Kyle,
now.
the beginning of the episode this time is 2 seconds in, and she's like leaning back like this in a pool, with her like they're zoomed in on it. They're doing it.
They're doing it.
Kyle.
It's
That's so
big.
funny.
I'm sorry. Way over my head. I missed it all.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. I
Way
didn't
over
realize
my
that. I
head.
didn't realize it was a thing. I'm gonna give it another gander, and then we'll see what's going on.
Now he's gonna be hyper aware of her.
Don't
boobs.
worry, everyone. As soon as we log off, Kyle's gonna go right to look at Michaela's
I'm looking.
boobs.
I'm
Don't
looking for
worry.
Michaela's boobs. Apparently, I shouldn't have to look far.
you just go on Instagram.
No.
You'll be fine.
So ridiculous.
Oh God.
I have another question for our Temptation Island experts,
Yeah.
Brian and Billy. So
Excellent.
because I've been watching your recaps to try to get
Thank
a
you.
little bit more up to speed on the show, and one of the things that I've heard you mention is that we've never had a season where at least one couple didn't leave together, right? At least one couple has
Yes.
always left together. We've never had a season where they all broke up.
The perfect game. we like
I'm
to
pretty
refer to
sure,
it as.
yes.
Okay. I do think that could happen this season, but I was curious. Do you know what the success rate is for couples once they leave? So, like, let's say,
Horrible.
I don't know.
so yeah,
No,
like,
it's bad. No, it's really
So,
no. They're like
maybe, right?
95% breakup.
Okay, so it's like
Sure.
maybe they didn't break up when the show ended, but pretty soon after that, they probably called it quits and didn't.
There was one dude who left his girlfriend, got with somebody else, and then cheated on her like within like a few weeks, and like had met the family. Like the ending episode was like him meeting the new family or something like that. He had butthole eyes. I don't know if you guys know what that means. He had like he had like he looked like he had like raccoon eyes where it's like all like purple. Like he like
Oh my god! Wow.
he's the one.
my
He's the
God.
one.
I know it is. I just haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
I'm focusing
two-
really
like,
hard
two
on
seasons ago,
retweeting
one
about
couple
our
got
stream,
married,
and I'm
they're
just
still
hearing
married,
butthole
so-
eyes. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's what he once you see this guy, I don't remember his name, but you will know exactly what I'm talking about.
I already know exactly what you're talking about. I've just never heard someone call it that before.
What would you call him?
Oh my god, that's very funny.
Sphincter eyes.
Okay, let's see.
My
As of
God.
2022, it seems that only 4 couples who have appeared on the rebooted version are still together. So through 4 seasons,
Yikes.
There's 4 that are reportedly still good, but I just saw one like a week or 2 ago that like one of them from like our first season we covered broke up. So the soccer player, Brian, and the girl that brought him, and we were like, she's screwing this up by bringing him.
Is she the one that was dating like the football players?
Yeah, she
Like
was
Zach
into
Ertz
the
or something
soccer
like that?
player. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember him.
Blonde chick. Yeah, she
Yeah.
actually co-hosts like a podcast for. We also there's this. It's not really happening this season, which is horrible because it's one of our favorite things to follow. There's usually a couple where it's usually the girlfriend who has all these like outrageous things to say about the boyfriend. And after like an episode or 2, you realize the boyfriend is the nicest guy and like very mild mannered, and that like if he was single, people are gonna like him, and it always backfires on the chick that brings him because as soon as guy goes and talks to people, they're like, "Oh my god, he's so nice," and they start finding out about the girlfriend, and she starts seeing all the videos of people liking him. It always backfires usually on someone, but this season, like we were saying on our last review, doesn't seem like any of them went there like thinking this was actually gonna help. Like, they all seem like like you said, dead on arrival, except for Hall, who then takes 46 seconds to decide to dump his. They're engaged, by the way. Like this is the first time that's ever been a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
There's never been an engaged couple.
Yeah, never.
They bring this guy on. Like,
wow.
Interesting.
The guy I'm talking
Brian,
about is named
Embarrassing.
Is it Evan Smith?
Yeah, Evan. That's what I was just gonna say.
Oh,
Evan.
okay. I wanted to make sure I said it first because I need to tell you that I found out it was Evan Smith by typing into Google "butthole eyes Temptation Island."
Stop.
I
Stop.
swear to God.
yes.
Can you pop a picture up for everybody else?
Oh,
Or
John
is
will
that
get
too
one
much
up.
to ask?
For butthole eyes, he's like, "Am I allowed to make requests?"
Make things happen.
Yeah, that's my one request for this
It was in
episode.
it.
Butthole eyes.
That's the Lord's
It's in a
work right
Reddit-
there.
Oh my
Can you give us the
God.
the visual aid one more time as we wait for John's picture?
It like so it's just like puffy and like he looks like he has like purple-ish eyes all around here. You know, he has
It's really
bags under your
unfortunate
eye.
that this is what you
Like,
do for
yeah.
butthole
You
eyes.
know he
'cause
has
I
bags.
I do this a lot, Brian.
This is
Like,
Kyle.
what's his name has them? Like
Pete Davidson has butthole
Pete
eyes.
Davidson.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I have bags under my eyes because I'm never going to sleep. But
It's-
like
honestly-
it's all over your
Oh
eyes,
my
like up here.
God.
It's
on
actually
your
really
leg.
funny this is even coming up because I was washing my face today, right? I was pulling down like this and I said, "Oh my God." I was like, "Look at that." I was like, "Oh my gosh, Kyle, you look terrible." And I had no idea that like when you pull your face down, how bad it looks, right? It gets like
How bad it looks.
it's like sixfold. Okay, it's so
Oh my
scary.
God.
Yeah, I guess I have butthole eyes. Listen, I
You
do
do
this,
not.
I do this for everything. Okay, anytime I'm
Yeah,
like,
this is
I'm
Kyle's
looking,
favorite.
I'm looking for the answer. Right, I do this all the time. I know this doesn't mean anything, but I'm so disappointed.
I'm glad I'm going to make a sticking point on the show.
Oh my
Anytime you guys do this,
God.
be like, time to put up the
You made a
butthole
statement,
eyes.
Brian.
It's terrible. I'm gonna be so self-conscious about this now.
Oh,
I'm self-conscious about so many things. My pre-stream routine is like so ridiculous because when I was in the 4th grade, this girl, her name was Katie Peterson. She
Bitch.
told me that I have a very oily T-zone. Right?
What does that even mean?
Yes, because I
Sounds
had like
sexual.
very no,
The
it was not
T-zone.
sexual. It was 4th grade.
I'm saying
But
it
this
sounds
is like your
sexual.
T-zone, like right here, like around
This
so
is
it's like this area.
yeah, this, like here. She's very, very see this area.
Okay.
And like she said I was very oily. So now anytime I get on the camera, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, make sure I wash my face with my greasy face. Thanks a lot, Katie Peterson. I'm 38 years old and I'm still thinking about it. Okay.
Might be
Ruined my
greeting
life.
from now on when I see you. Just tease
Stop.
him.
Oh, you were definitely the wrong person to tell. If we don't have the butthole eyes picture after all this, I have stalled the hell as much as I could here.
If not, I can tweet one at. I'll tweet one out.
Well,
Oh,
it's really
God.
funny. Well, I kept laughing a lot too because as I was looking for a good picture, like somebody was like, "Oh, Pete Davidson is butthole eyes," and as I'm scrolling for a picture, I'm just seeing Pete Davidson. I'm seeing it.
That's the one I'm looking at.
Those are butthole eyes. Oh,
Wow.
damn.
That's the one I'm looking at on my
like he's
phone.
possessed.
Yeah, he was a dog on his season too. He
Yeah, he
was a
sucked.
big piece of shit.
Now,
But all that stuff's probably. If you guys ever want to go back and I know you don't like the show that much, but Peacock TV has it all on there.
I know that's
You
the
can see
thing. It's
Butthole Eyes
I'm
from the
saying
beginning.
I don't like it
And
that
there
much,
is
but
the
I am
backlog
having
reality
fun
guys coverage, and
discussing
you can
it.
watch our live reactions as they happen.
We didn't cover that season. That's 2020.
Yeah, that was the original, but we have what last two on
We had
the
last two
channel?
on there. Yeah. Season 3 on.
Oh my gosh.
And there was another
Yeah.
dude who was like sucking
Legacy
toes in a
watch.
jacuzzi. It was awesome. Just like they're all partying, he's just sucking on toes.
No.
Wait, if we had this debate, would you guys
Yikes.
rather have a casino party or a prom night?
I think casino party.
Casino for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thought
Well, the
prom night
pictures
was
would be fun, but like
Nah.
there's so many more things to do at a casino night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you could
prom's
also
played
take prom
out.
pictures if you want at casino.
I just don't get the themeness. Like, why do we always need to have theme parties? Like, they had a black bathing suit.
I was gonna
themed
say they
party.
literally like, yeah, like we're in our like black bathing suit brunch, and
Yeah.
I was like, you can't just have breakfast. Like,
Right.
what are we doing?
on Temptation Island.
Bill,
You can't-
didn't Ray
Well-
tell us that like they like that's what the production provides all of these things? Didn't he say that?
Yeah, the guy Ray, our buddy who was on the show, said that you could like they gave them options basically. Like, do you guys want to do this, or that? And then they'd be like, well, let's do this party kind of thing. So they definitely had like there was a whole layout of it. Ray's actually going to be on next week with us on the
nice.
Temptation Island episode.
Very
So we'll see. Maybe it'll be a good theme
get a little
party.
insight.
He's the
Yeah.
man. He's hilarious.
I like the themes. I think it gives them something like fun to look forward to. Because otherwise, like every party would just like look the same. Like what I don't know, gives you something to talk about. Put on something different. I would enjoy it if I was in there.
It's just when we see prom theme, like I don't need to see that anymore. Casino is a little more unique to me.
Fair.
How many shows have we watched and all across the reality multiverse have been like prom night? What's some other ones that they do? Like ABC parties. It always seems to be them. Like, at least Casino's a little bit more unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's flashy lights, and you get the ding, 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 ding sound effects in the background. That's fun.
Futuristic.
That's fun. Yeah, it's exciting.
They just
Sure.
the main point of the show is they just pump these people full of alcohol.
Oh,
This is not
yeah.
one of the
Oh, yeah.
shows where they monitor their drinking at all. Everyone
No.
is I think Ray said too, like they don't start anything until like 11 o'clock at night, even recording, right? So they make them party, and then they like start recording them.
Like, there's
You
no
know what I
way
mean?
Tammy wasn't drunk when she went in to check on Great. She was definitely drunk. She was.
Oh,
wasted.
yeah,
She was
yeah.
wasted.
She
She
was,
was. She
basically.
was.
Have we ever had any like real like rough physical fights? Like I feel like the closest thing to like an argument or anything we've gotten is just the Nafisa Tammy back and forth after the whole brush your teeth debacle. But
I'm sure the guys have like got into
There's
it.
like I think pushing and shoving type BS, but no one. I
don't think anyone's. Has anyone been ejected? Now you're really testing.
No,
my
I don't
knowledge
think
here.
so. No, I don't really think so.
Oh, we're talking about fighting. Brett's in.
Brett's it.
Of course, he's in.
Silly.
Um.
So you ready to chat the challenge?
Oh yeah.
Because we are hella unless Island, I don't want to cut anybody off. Is that it?
Just shout
the
out
benefit
to
of the community.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, the shout out
Yeah,
to
whatever.
Mark Wahlberg.
It's your
as
show.
always.
We're along for
Mark,
the ride.
Please. I mean, we're all here together.
I will say, Mark is a great host. I really have been enjoying him. His host.
Yeah, he
I've
actually
been
cares
told
about he actually cares about the people when he's
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, it seems genuine actually.
Yeah, and he's
I
cool.
wasn't sure in the beginning, but
He's a
He
good dude.
defends people on Twitter. People will be like shitting on people like Vanessa or whoever, and he'll like reply to tweets and be like, "They're all good with me," and like with like hearts, and he always gives support. To, you'll never see him talk negatively about anybody like who was on the show. And like you talk to some of the cast people, and they all just said they just like adore him. So
Yeah,
I think off camera, he's like very nice to them as well. So
he's like in our power ranking, like up high of hosts. Like
Yeah,
with
you guys
Jay
really are.
Lavin and
Yeah.
like Jeff Probst, like he's up there to us.
the Amazing Race,
Phil
Oh,
Keegan.
Phil.
Oh yes,
yeah,
Phil.
Phil.
yeah, Phil.
we're moderately familiar. I only came to know that he also hosts Tough as Nails. Have you
Yeah.
ever watched that?
I have not. That's not a show that I'm be interested in. But I know
Who also
what it
hosts
is.
that?
Phil. Uncle Phil.
Oh,
CBS is stretching him out.
They sure are. But I was actually reading about it. It actually sounds like it could be interesting.
No,
Just feel like
it definitely sounds cool. It's just
yeah.
I watch it. We watch so much TV. I don't think I could.
No,
I can
there's no
handle it.
room for it.
Yeah, there's
And
definitely
you have Big Brother coming up. You don't have time.
yeah.
Real Housewives.
Hey,
on
cancel
Sunday.
cancel Love Island. Cancel all the shows that I watch. Big Brother.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're gonna want to cancel everything else.
Well,
Shut everything.
I don't know
else
if you
down.
know. I don't know. I'm not the biggest Big Brother fan. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know you guys love Big Brother, but
Honestly, like I feel like
did I just say Voldemort?
my immediately my breathing became belabored.
It's basically because
Like-
of Fetty.
I'm
Josh-
sorry.
That you know what? That's so fair.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? I'm
I
sorry.
missed
What?
that.
Josh and Fessy.
Yeah.
We've come
Oh.
to the stance that any show that Josh could win isn't the show for us.
I mean, that's it right there.
I mean, I understand that, but if you, I do understand that. But if you understand the mechanics of the game, you would understand why that happens. Like that's
Yeah,
not,
that wasn't.
Was there like a
Yeah.
power outage or something?
Yeah, no,
No.
there are layers to this game.
We get very bitter juries.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it wasn't so much that Josh won as it was that Paul lost.
Okay.
right.
They burned all the bridges and got to the end, and they're like, "Well, we're not going to give you money."
Pretty
Basically,
Right.
much.
Yeah. There
It's
are
happened in
layers.
Survivor, right? I mean, that's happened
Yeah.
plenty of times in Survivor.
Sure it
Yeah.
has. Sure it has.
I think my issue with Big Brother is like the challenges just don't do it for me.
Right,
They're
but they're
little
also
kiddie.
like not intended to. You have
I
to
know,
come
it's
at it
just-
with a different
yeah.
attitude. We are not watching this challenge to really see people be tested. It is really about the cheesiness and the silliness. Like,
Okay.
I like the silliness more than most. Like Big Brother Canada is really famous for having these sponsored competitions where like
Oh, that's great.
Brita water filters would be like
I like
sponsoring
that.
this, and like it's like water themed, and everybody's like
Okay.
boo, and I'm like woo, another sponsorship. Like I love the cheese.
See, I can do that. See, Brian. Honestly, we said we're going to watch it. We are.
No,
giving it-
I'm
we're
going to cover the
give it a
show.
fair-
I
I'm
have to
giving it
be,
the season shake. Like we're going to do it there.
I'm
So
going to do it. I mean, we got to for the good of the
we're going to
page.
figure out our schedule, but we're going to
You're
do
gonna
it.
have to pay.
That's
Yeah.
what it is.
No, it's gonna be a really fun summer. You have no idea what you're in for. It's gonna be a wild ride. You're gonna have a blast, especially if you're running the socials. Get out of here. Big Brother is it. Big Brother is it, and Big Brother is lit. So get
Well, I'm
into
not going
it.
to be like checking the live feeds. Like
Lies.
I have a job.
Lies. You think you're not. You think you're not. The way it starts, especially if you're running the socials, the way it starts is you're watching the episodes. You're like, okay, that's really, really fun. And then you start following other accounts on Twitter. And then they start showing clips of live feeds. You're like, oh shit, I missed this. How many hours ago was this? You're like, And then all of a sudden, it just starts creeping in.
Slippery slope.
All right,
It
we'll
starts
see.
creeping in.
We'll
Mhm.
see. We'll see.
Yeah. And you're
We
going,
will see.
You're gonna spiral. And that's it. That's my Big Brother spiel. Thank God that happened on our
that's the
birthday
pitch.
stream. Had to be. We had to get Big Brother in. So thank God
You
it did.
got to defend your baby.
I do.
There you go.
Listen, I live
fair.
and breathe Big Brother. So, yes, thank God. But anywho, the challenge.
Mm.
This cast is stacked. I know there's a lot of spoilers out there, and Gina's already all messed up.
I am. I don't know everything, but I know too much.
Oh, you got spoiled?
Yeah.
That happened to me on the last season, like the legit, like Challenge USA is like the B team for me, but the last major season.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
So I just didn't even participate, right, Bill? Like I just was not there.
Yeah, you got burned literally before the premiere.
Yeah, I already know one of the two winners. I think I remember who the other one was, but I'm not totally sure. but
It's just so
That's the
brutal.
downside of running socials.
yeah.
I block anything that has a spoiler. Even
I
if you
block
think
that
you're a
account.
spoiler,
You.
block.
But see, my problem is like I
Gamer
wasn't
dev.
following.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the one.
That's-
I
yeah,
wasn't
gamer
following
dev.
that,
Outta
but I was
here.
following someone who was following it and shared it, and I was like, God.
Yeah, the
Damn
For
it.
You page. You know how you can slide on Twitter from like your page to For You?
mm.
Don't go on For You.
Oh, I
Mm.
never go on
It should
For
just
You.
say spoilers. On
But like I got there by accident. I didn't know
Yeah.
I was on it until it was too late.
it.
See, everybody says it. Block gamer. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's
Gotta
the
go.
one.
Gotta
Seriously.
go.
It's a block gamer dev show.
Sorry. I'm sure you're doing a wonderful service for others, but like it ruins the experience
yeah,
for
it's
people like
annoying.
me.
Yeah.
No, it
Yeah.
ruins it.
Yeah. But,
Maybe they could probably get off to that too. It's so annoying.
oh, I would like to not think that there's any sinisterness behind it. Sinisterness?
I'd like to think they're
Sinistry.
evil.
Sinistry. Somebody save me. Nobody helps. Nobody helps.
What are you trying to
So
say?
let's talk about let's talk about this cast. Wait,
Yeah.
so I honestly like I didn't realize so this cast is all either people that came directly from the challenge, like Johnny Bananas and John A. and people like that, or if they didn't come from there, they came from Survivor or Big Brother, and then just 2 people from The Amazing Race. Didn't last season we had people from like Love Island? We had people from like a bunch of different shows, didn't we?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, no.
On
Challenge
USA we did?
Yeah, strictly rookies on Challenge USA last season.
Yeah, but did we have Love Island on there?
Yeah,
I felt like
that's how we got
like,
Pesce.
right.
Oh yes.
Who else?
You're right.
That's the only
I
one
wasn't
remember,
expecting
but I know
it
there
to
were
be
more.
so. I just wasn't expecting it to be so Big Brother and Survivor heavy with like some of the challenge vets sprinkled in, but then we just randomly have 2 amazing racers.
I feel like that's always the case with specifically the Amazing Racers, though. There's
Yeah,
always
and I
only like
wonder
1
why
or 2
that
of them.
is. Why is that?
Well, there was
I don't know.
4 last time. There was 4.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and
but
even
still
that
compared
was
to how
less than
many
what
of the
everybody
others,
else
yeah.
had. Yeah, there was like 6 to 8 on every other team.
Do you think that maybe they brought in some of the like actual vets because maybe that show didn't do so well?
100%.
Could be.
How it ended and stuff and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish they chose the vets differently.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. I'm so sick of seeing Tori.
Oh yeah,
us too.
I hate.
Did you see her post, by the way? I think it was on Twitter. It might have.
Was she beefing with Amanda? She was beefing with Amanda.
Yeah,
everyone was.
But I saw also, I saw also Tori like, you don't have to like it, but you will respect it. It's like, shut up, Tori.
Yeah, Tori's trash.
No, from my understanding, she's not allowed on Twitter anymore. Like she's like banned from Twitter.
Who?
Tori.
Really?
I don't think she's on Twitter.
Ban her from the show.
Please, I'm done with her too.
We're so sick.
At least Jordan's not on it. Like if that was, I wouldn't even watch.
I know. I can't. I
don't
really
want any
can't.
more Tori and Jordan. I can't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
Paulie's back.
Yes, so excited to see Paulie back. I love
It's gonna be
Paulie.
instant like fighting, which I like. Like there's no way he doesn't just start fighting with people.
Does he bring that much chaos? I haven't seen him on anything yet.
A lot of people hate him.
Oh my god,
I love Paulie.
I haven't seen any of his seasons of anything yet.
He really is such a shit stirrer. I will say, like, I enjoy some of the entertainment that Paulie brings, but it was fun to watch him basically cry in that final one season. I forget what season it actually was now. He had a rough go in that one.
He did. That was that. It was one of the War of the Worlds, wasn't it? Yeah, that's what it was.
The first one.
Yeah, because he kind of like politically got his way to the end, and then like without really like seeing an elimination or something, or maybe only went into one. Like he didn't do much.
Yeah, he never went in, right? And I think that was the one that
Yeah.
was considered like the hardest challenge ever, but he did like fail out during it, basically.
Yeah, because he talked like a lot of shit about how strong he was physically, and then failed, and that's why it did kind of feel like satisfying to see him fail. It sounds horrible to say, but I still do like what he brings to the show, and I think his gameplay is exciting because he does bring something to the challenge that we hadn't really seen before he got into it. So I'm just excited to see him back. I think he's good TV.
Yeah, he was one of the first to really infuse that sort of like Big Brother style of gameplay, right, into the challenge. I feel like Paulie.
Yeah.
So
is Bananas? How many times can Bananas retire?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that he ever actually like officially retired. I think he just said he was slowing down, as he should, because he is getting older.
This is a downgrade.
As far as I'll go, I'm sorry.
This is a downgrade for him, right? Like being on Challenge USA.
I think they pumped a lot of money into this season, dude. I think they've definitely paid up. So, like, if you want to consider that, I would agree with you normally, but I feel like the people they have on this season is all pretty much like A tier people. So
it's gonna be a sick season.
This is a top tier cast.
It is. It does set it up to make it very interesting.
I don't see a lot of throwaway people. Now, I'm not familiar with some of the Big Brother people. Like, I don't know Alyssa. Monty looks like he's in shape.
I know those people.
Okay.
I watched that season. That's the one season I've ever watched Big Brother right there.
Well, which Alyssa is the problem?
It was
Lopez.
Here we are.
Who was like with the guy they were calling a racist last season. That guy.
So
Alyssa 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alyssa S.
I don't know how she'll do. Because we don't really know a lot about her physically. Because the challenge is definitely a different game.
Yeah. And we've heard that I could see that. Well, we've heard rumors that apparently Alyssa and Tyler Crispin
It was in the promo.
have had a thing. Yeah, they've had a thing.
They were kissing in the
on this
promo.
past season. Weird.
But like, doesn't that just check out for both of them?
Yeah, you guys don't. You guys don't know Tyler, do you? Actually?
No, I'm trying to find a picture of him right now
You
on
wouldn't
the,
know
on the
Tyler, yeah.
Twitter.
Tyler. Yeah, he's only been on Big Brother.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah, I recognize him though.
Why does he look like that? Why is he making that face?
Not why does he look like that?
That's just his face. You can't just ask somebody why they look like that, Brian.
I can be mean sometimes.
That was a good one.
Oh, no. He comes in here with butthole eyes. Why do you look like that?
Yeah, he's got a lot of good.
Josh looks like he lost weight. He has Corey cornrows right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't recognize him at first.
I don't ever think he.
How's Sebastian, Brian? I know you watched all the Survivor seasons.
Oh, he's from.
I don't know.
I need to look.
Sebastian.
It says Survivor 36, which doesn't make sense. No, it does. It does.
I'm not as well versed on these Survivor.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember this dude.
Oops.
Josh has cornrows right now.
That's what I'm saying. Josh is like trying to look like Corey.
He does look like Corey. Their pictures look very
I hope-
similar now.
I hope Josh and Fessy get into a fight and are
They
eliminated
do.
from the game early.
I heard they do.
Oh, that's.
I
gonna
hope
be
they get
great.
ejected
Of
again.
course they're going to.
Hate them both.
But I mean a legitimate fight
I
that
love
gets them
Fessy.
ejected.
Oh, you want fisticuffs?
You like Fessy?
I love Fessy.
All right, I'm about to say
Well, I did. Thank you. I don't understand why.
that dude is
There's
a
nothing
fool
likable
bag.
about this man.
Fessy thing. This is.
You
I want to
love
hear
that
this.
highlight video, and he's like, "Look at all my tight end touchdown catches." Right? You like that?
I do.
Uncle
I
Rico.
do. I'm
I
always
can't.
down with the douchebag. Sorry.
no.
I'm sorry. I
Any
love
other
Fessy.
douchebag, not Fessy.
No.
I love
He's like,
Fessy.
no, Fessel.
Yeah.
You know who I was a big fan of was Fessy's Ride or Die, Mariah.
Yeah.
She's cool. She's cool.
Yeah, Gina and Kyle hated her. I called her Queen
We
Mariah.
didn't
They
hate her,
hated her.
John.
Hated her. Oh,
No, we did not hate her. It's just that you are just putting her on such.
You
a
just love her
pedestal,
so
and for
much, and you
no-
won't admit that it's because she's hot. Like
Right, I can freely
I think she's
admit
a
that I'm down with
fantastic
Fessy because I
competitor.
think he's hot.
She is
Like,
Shut up.
attractive.
like,
She is attractive.
she is a fantastic competitor. You see those thighs? My goodness.
She didn't really do that great. To be completely honest.
she's a
Right.
fantastic competitor. She's got great thighs. only the latter is what matters here.
Right.
Okay.
Gina
I
and
still-
Kyle hated her.
Exactly.
Never said a bad word about her all season.
Exactly. No, we
Whoa,
couldn't say a bad word about her all
whoa,
season because we
whoa.
didn't know her. All right. We can't hate somebody we don't know.
I thought
Mariah
she was
didn't do
great.
anything other than just
Pictures.
look
was-
the way she did.
First season, she was a team captain, had to make some big moves. You know, I thought she was great. I thought she did a fantastic job. I hope to see her
You
again.
are so annoying.
Get out of here.
I don't know
Anyway.
what you guys are talking
Stan
about.
account right here.
Anyway.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Mm-mm. Who else is in this season?
But we're all rooting
Louis
for Louis, right?
Cologne.
Yeah, we
we're
didn't
all-
talk about our friend.
I couldn't wait to get to him. We're so
Yeah.
excited to see Louis Cologne from the Amazing
I'm
Race.
so excited.
Oh my gosh!
He
Yeah,
looks
we
like
got
a
to
zaddy. He looks like a zaddy in his picture on Twitter.
He does.
listen. He came
Looks
to
good.
play. All right, he's taking people out. You understand?
He's gonna get thrown in an elimination pretty quick though, because he's a newbie. So he's gonna have to.
He's
He has a
newbie.
chance
He's
to like
gonna be
make a mark
outnumbered
right away.
Amazing
though.
Race.
But I believe in
Right.
him.
That's why
Yeah.
I really don't like the such lopsided, because you know the Big Brother
That's what
people are gonna
Yeah.
like the Amazing
agree.
Race people. You're really just throwing them out there to fend for themselves, and at least last time there were 4. Now
And
there's
it was
2.
all newbies. It was all newbies. So like anybody.
Right, everybody was
That's
new. Yeah.
one thing I hate about the challenge is these people just coast, like Johnny and Tori, and they just coast until like basically the end. They have no opposition because they just play the "I'm a vet and you're not."
Yeah.
Right.
It did feel like we got a little bit more of like pushback from some of the newbies on the most
Yeah.
recent MTV
you're right.
challenge season,
Which I
which,
like,
which
for sure.
was nice. That was nice to see, but
Yeah, but when you know the outcome of the season, it doesn't matter.
excuse me, Brett. Her name is spelled
Whoa.
MOMORIAH.
Oh my God.
Boo.
Mariah. Okay.
Some respect on her name.
Put her respect on some, please. She's awful. That's what she gets. Mariah.
Ooh.
Damn.
Sorry, girl.
Do you guys like Amanda?
I like Amanda.
I love Amanda.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I like
Yeah,
her
I
for
like
the drama.
Amanda too.
Like she sucks, but she's fun. Like she is good.
she is
She's good TV. She's very fun to hate.
She has the best commentary because she's the only one that like speaks the truth to these people's faces, and she's like, "You're all
she doesn't
losers. Like you're
fuck.
just weirdos.
Yeah.
Like it's the game." Like she just like says it to them, and they get so upset. They're like,
Yes.
"You're not a game. You're not respected challenge. You can't respect the challenge. Like relax, everybody."
She truly does not give a singular fuck.
Yeah.
Is she from Are You the One?
I think so.
I think she is. I know
I think so
Tori
too.
is.
Yeah. And I agree with Liz. Love-hate relationship with Amanda. Absolutely. Because she totally sucks. But every time I see that she's on a cast, I'm like,
Yeah, you know it's gonna be fire.
yeah, it's gonna be good.
She's gonna beef
It's
with
gonna be
Tori, and that's all I care about. So I want
Yeah,
Thank
right.
God. Somebody just rip her to shreds.
Yeah.
And
I
Amanda's
think
the
it's
one to
Tori,
do
man.
it.
I can't.
Absolutely. I would support that campaign. Donate to Amanda.
Cassidy,
Me
I
too,
think-
Amanda.
Text the name Amanda to
To
97979.
She says that she's making mad money. That's why she's like said no to them. So I'm laughing. She's like, I'm not sweating. So we'll see if that's true or not. But I think a good underplayed person on this list, if I'm based off an early recent season Survivor, was Cassidy. Like Cassidy was really good at
Ooh.
challenges and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cassidy was really Cassidy was one that basically won every challenge in the season.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
and
I've seen a lot of people really hyped to have her on the season.
she's
Yeah, she's gonna
good.
be
I
fun
don't
to
think
see.
these people like the challenge. I don't know if they watch like how much into like other reality they are or not or realize, but I think it'll be a low key as long as it's not like a hall brawl type thing where it's like a weight based thing.
Right.
She won a lot of those like skill based
Yeah, she did well.
challenges.
Is this
Definitely.
Dusty Harris? Is he the murderer or the friend of the murderer from Amazing Race?
Where's the picture at?
It's like the last one now on the Twitter. Because that was
I think
my
the big
team.
Dusty was.
I think he's the friend.
I think he's the friend of the
Okay,
murderer.
okay.
He's
He
the
looks
friend.
like he'd be
Wait,
the murderer. but he's not.
I'm so
Oh
out
my
of the loop here.
gosh.
So
I
okay.
knew he looked
I'll explain
familiar,
it.
and I couldn't like. I don't think I know this guy. I'm like, I
We
can't
did
know
the.
this
It was an
guy.
amazing.
You're
It's Amazing Race
absolutely
33. We each
It was
picked-
Ryan Ferguson.
Yeah, we each picked a team pregame, and it was like I picked this team and I called them the murder team because the one guy got falsely accused of murder, and then he got out.
My God.
So
He was
then
in
they
jail
got,
for like 10
Whoa.
years.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
he was. Yeah,
God.
it was bad, and they actually did really well on the show. So
Mhm,
it's good to
mhm.
see like some
Wow.
of these actual good Amazing Race people on the show.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he's Amazing Race 33 is what if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I wonder why did I watch that season?
Because it was
Who was
good.
on
The
that?
Holdernesses were on that season. I don't know if
Who?
you remember
The
them.
Holderness family.
They're like a
that's the one they
YouTube
won.
sensation.
Mm.
I don't know if
Heard of them.
sensations. I don't know if sensation's the right word, but
I was obsessed
who
with
I'm
the
ex-
Holderness family for their season, and I'm so glad. Like I just wanted them to like adopt me. They seem like the perfect parents.
and Corey's the
say
only
that.
one from Team Mom, right? Like he's like the only person on the show that's from Team Mom.
Well, I don't think he was actually from Teen Mom. I think he was from like Real World originally. And then I
Really?
think that he ended
Yeah,
up
yeah,
on
yeah,
Teen
Teen Mom was his
because he
add-on.
got some other girl pregnant that was from something else. Like I think that they just really cashed in on
Okay.
his sexual proclivities.
Ooh.
Right.
He was
Yeah.
on the Real World Explosion.
There you
Okay.
go. And I think that's what got him on the challenge. But then he just, But what is Cheyenne from? Because I think
So Cheyenne is Are You the One? I think she was also on Teen Mom.
yeah, because that's how he ended up on Teen Mom, isn't it? Because he has that baby with Cheyenne.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought.
Okay,
It's
we
all
got- all right, I'm gonna try to
interconnected.
look this up while we're
Because
talking.
didn't they meet on the challenge or something like that? It was something like something really wild, and MTV was like, "Yes, ching ching."
spin off?
Exactly.
You know who I know I'm rooting for hard on this season is Desi Williams.
Mm.
I like
from
Desi.
Survivor.
Yeah,
Because
she's a
she's
Survivor
the one
person.
that got
Because she got
She's
screwed
Survivor,
last season.
and she got screwed by Enzo,
by Enzo
because
in the final.
she made it to the final and he backed out because he didn't want to. What was it? He didn't want to swim,
He didn't
or
wanna
He couldn't swim,
Yep,
yeah.
you're absolutely right.
right?
And Desi
So,
comes to
I'm
us
rooting
from
for her to win.
Survivor, didn't she?
Was she
Yeah.
Survivor? I
Yeah.
thought she was
Yeah,
Love Island.
Survivor.
He was
yeah.
Survivor.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's fun.
So
That's fun. I'm excited for her
Desi-
too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think she's
Mhm.
going to end up being my winner pick for the women. Actually,
If you can't
Mm.
swim, you can't. You shouldn't be on that show.
I get so.
That's
pissed
what
off about
I'm
the
saying.
swimming.
Like, why would you agree to be on a show
Isn't
where
it,
you
yeah.
know you're going to have to swim if you do not know how to swim?
Yeah,
Right.
Darrell's the only one that can have an issue with something and still be on the show because he's won of the heights.
yeah, right.
Other than that,
Yeah.
if you can't swim, don't be on the show.
I'm gonna have a hard time, honestly, picking against John A. on the girl side.
Mm.
She's a monster, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not allowed
She's-
to play the winner pick game because I
Well,
am
obviously
well,
not.
no.
Crap.
This Janae thing, I don't know, man. I listen.
What?
Yeah, she
I
won
know.
All Star, so I don't know how like if it's like
Yeah,
Twice.
exactly. Just like let's hold on now.
It was
All right,
teams.
this yeah, because the John A of yesteryear really was not capable of accomplishing much. Okay, John A was not like a thing. Her entire storyline was about sucking and like Zach being completely frustrated with her at every single
Oh,
turn.
and
Like
he
that
was
her
so
entire
terrible to her.
He was terrible to her. I'm not condoning any of that. That is not a cosign. But I do understand why he was angry. Like she wasn't good. And now all of a sudden she's like winning all stars, but it's also slightly because like other people just keep failing. Like there's always some little weird reason why she wins. That's not totally because she's amazing.
Bill, do you
think they're
remember like
being
somebody
unfair.
couldn't get the
She doesn't
safe
lose.
undone? Like they had the right safe combination and it wouldn't open, and then MJ and John A won.
Yeah, it's on them.
Right.
Again,
It's like
You're faulting her for playing a strong game.
Illuminati.
I'm not faulting her for playing a strong game. I think she did well in All Stars for the game that was. I think that Challenge USA is going to be a little bit bigger, and now I don't think she's just going to beast this whole thing. I don't think she's going to be like first boot, but like I don't expect to see John A in the final. That's all.
You heard it here first.
You did. I'm sorry.
Final
But
the last
I'm siding a little bit with Bill though, because I'm looking at the cast and there's a lot of like newer girls, so it's possible.
A
Like
lot.
Michelle's gonna get booted at some point. We already know this. Like
She's annoying.
Amanda's gonna get thrown in.
Michelle.
Amanda's gonna get comically thrown in like 5 times in a row until they get rid of her. Like it's gonna be like we just gotta know some of the things that'll happen here,
Mhm.
right?
It also depends on how the game is played, though.
That's
We don't
right.
really know what the format is yet. You know.
Wes is gonna get himself booted for doing stupid shit too early in the season. Like, what do we think Wes makes it more than like 3-4 weeks because he always gets himself booted early now? I feel like.
Yeah, because Wes thinks he's so smart these days, and the game has moved past him. He has not kept up with the game, in my opinion.
Well, did he win? When did he first come back? Didn't he win an All Stars or something when he came back?
Maybe
How many All Stars has it been? 3.
Three.
I just
So
don't
John
think
A's
it-
won 2 of them,
Let's see
so
what his
that-
last
It would
win
have to be the
was.
last one if he won it. Brett, where are you?
I feel like he did win sometime recently.
He won the challenge.
He
All-Stars.
won 3. Okay, so I guess take that. But besides, I guess he won 3 with John A. I thought he was. That's weird. I don't even remember him make. It's so crazy to say 'cause he won, but I don't even remember him making it that far.
The only reason that came to mind was because I correctly chose both winners that season.
Oh,
That's
John A
okay.
and
good.
Wes were my picks.
But I still just don't think that an All Stars win stacks up
I agree
in
with
the
you.
Challenge USA.
It might have taken
That's
away
all.
from my
Yeah.
own.
Oh,
my own
I don't know if
vote.
Challenge USA is that high either. It's like,
I think this one will be.
and then the real one's
This-
up here.
yeah.
Well, I think
This
this
one
one
takes a
will
jump
be
up, I
just
think.
because I think the cast is a little bit higher.
You're right. It's a little more. Yeah.
Yeah, but it really does also come down to what the format is. To be fair,
Can't believe I
What
can't-
What do we think the name of the arena is going to be? There's, it's always like the
Ooh.
Gauntlet or the Fissure.
I actually expected the Fissure.
The
I expected
butthole.
to be something like really
The
lame,
butthole.
like the Dome.
It's
TJ,
in
like-
Croatia. It looks like it's like a castle type thing. So
The
like a
Kraken.
fortress or
The
something.
the Gulag.
I
Gulag
love
was
the
a
name
funny one.
Gulag. We just
see it,
used that the
Gulag.
other night. Like
Me
I feel
too.
like I just said that word.
Yeah.
TJ
Yeah.
will be like this. Like you guys ended in a tie. You know I hate ties. See you in the Gulag.
Yeah, that's right.
See you in the gulag.
See you in the Gulag.
Ah.
So funny.
Oh man.
Wait, so who else now? Who else? I mean, obviously, always excited to see Bananas. Okay,
Yeah. I
kind of
mean,
gloss over him. He's my faves.
Do we
Yeah.
feel
who
good about
we
Corey?
talked about?
Do we feel good about Corey?
I'm excited to see Corey back. It's been a
Yeah,
little
it's,
while.
you know,
It's been a little while.
He's
I
all
like
right,
him.
yeah.
You know, he's
don't
good.
mind.
He has some good DRs. You know, he's good time.
I could see
He'll be
him
without
going out
Nelson.
early.
Yeah, he will be
I
without
feel
Nelson.
yeah. I still can't believe that crazy accident that Nelson had too. Hopefully,
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
His ankle
Oh.
looks really like
Yeah, it doesn't look. He looks like he has a fake foot.
Yeah, like it's like painful to look at, but I will say that
Scary.
like his posts are always so positive.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
like it really it is actually like nice to see. Like you look at the picture and you cringe, and like when you actually see what he wrote on there, it's like, oh wow, and it's like I don't know, he makes you feel comfortable with his injury, which sounds so silly, but like yeah, he
I
seems like
just wish
just a
he was a
really
better
nice
player.
guy. Yeah,
He just plays with his emotions. Like he's so emotional, and he makes like the worst decisions constantly.
yeah,
And he keeps
does.
trusting Fessy for some unknown reason. Like
I don't know
Oh
why.
my
I don't
God, I
know
know.
why. I don't know
it's all
why.
about
know.
friendship
No, it's not.
and loyalty.
It's not. What I always refer back to is Uno. I don't care how good of friends we are. I am making you draw 4.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I ain't going to elimination for you.
No. No.
Sorry.
Is that the whole cast?
I mean, it's basically everyone we think we're excited about.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
We are excited about Miss Tiffany
Oh,
Mitchell.
mm,
We're
Oh,
very
mm.
excited for Tiffany Mitchell.
We can't
know
disrespect
her
mom
from-
like that.
No, absolutely not. We know her from Big Brother 23. She was the mastermind behind the cookout. Don't get it twisted. It was not Xavier. He just benefited the most from it. Okay. So we're very excited to see Tiffany back. Justice for her. She kind of left rather early in her first Challenge USA appearance. So definitely rooting for mom.
Was she?
I wonder
arguing
how.
with someone?
What's that?
Was she arguing? Did she leave because she was arguing with somebody last season? Is that what it was? No.
No, she was
Am I
eliminated.
remembering incorrectly?
She
No,
did
she was
get
just
it. She had
eliminated
some
early on.
tips with some
She just got
people, but-
eliminated. Okay.
Yeah, she just got eliminated.
I do wonder, like, I mean, I guess there's not as many people from that season on now, but like, remember last Challenge USA season 1, Alyssa Lopez was taking out all her own like potential allies because she wanted to get like revenge for not being, part of that final alliance, that cookout that made it to the end and like made history in Big Brother.
Is it just her and Tiffany on this season?
I think it's just her and Tiffany. Yeah. As I'm
Yeah.
looking here, another Big Brother person is Amira, but we know I'm not excited to see Amira at all.
I'm not excited to see her. Whatever. Hi.
Michaela from Survivor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Michaela. See, I didn't know her from Survivor, but she was on a season of the challenge. Maybe it was Spies, Lies, and Allies, maybe. And she was an early boot.
Yeah.
And because she had that list. Remember that? Or something like she had like a list
Oh,
or a
I
note.
remember that.
That was her.
And of people who should be eliminated or maybe
I
they
remember
maybe
this.
working
And it
together.
just magically fell out of her pocket, right? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I am
think you're
actually
thinking of the
pretty excited
Traitors,
to see
right?
her again. What's that?
I mean, yes, but it happened in both of them.
I thought Brian might have been talking about the Traitors because the infamous note falling
It
out of her
did too,
pocket
yeah.
that was
with
yeah.
the entire plan of
It could have been that. I mean, there's so much TV we watch. I miss things.
I mean,
out.
it did happen.
It
It happened in both.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened in both. So Michaela had an early exit, and I didn't know her from Survivor, but there was a lot of discourse about that on Twitter because people said that she was amazing on Survivor, and they really wanted to see more of her. So I'm excited to see more just based on that. Yep, Michaela.
Do we know what season Survivor she was? Because I'm looking at her picture and I don't remember.
I remember we
I do
covered
not.
it, Brian.
Oh, really? Oh, it's one of the newer ones.
Yeah, she's pretty new.
Okay. All right. Never mind. I don't like new Survivor, so
Ooh,
Sorry, guys, I'm a hater.
Sorry, stalking.
I'm a
Michaela.
There have been some
Hey.
seasons lately that have not been the best. I do think this last one though was pretty good.
the best.
This
is
last
probably
one's a
the
good one.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some other new school Survivor people, right? Like Chantel is on this season, right?
I see a Chanel Howell.
Chanel.
Oh,
I don't
Chanel.
see Chantel.
Sorry, Chanel. I was thinking of Chanel. I said the wrong name, but yeah, Chanel.
Yeah.
But I don't really feel like we knew her.
I don't remember Chanel. Which one is Chanel?
Wait, didn't we just say
Um,
she was the one who got with Corey with Teen Mom or
Well, that was Cheyenne.
Cheyenne?
Yeah, I don't remember Chanel.
That's a
I
lot.
like CH names.
Well,
Yeah, where was she from? Like 42 or 43?
It says
Okay, so
42.
Hmm.
All right, let me look at her picture.
I feel like
She
we
doesn't have
saw
a
her
Twitter.
face.
She's not tagged.
Yikes.
Huh.
Bad sign.
It is. Scrub the socials.
can
You
I
didn't know
also
this
just
was
take a
press release
second?
day.
this isn't actually Challenge USA related. Just because we brought up Paulie, I will say I'm excited that Cara is coming back for All Stars 4.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Cara too.
Can't believe they're both back in the challenge space.
But
I'm
not
so
together.
excited. About time. It's about time. Welcome back.
Chanel. I do remember Chanel. I remember Chanel. I remember Chanel.
That's gonna be the pitch of like some season coming up of like regular challenge, like 2 seasons from now, the two of them back on it together.
Paulie and Cara.
Yep.
Playing
It'll be a whole
for
thing.
the first time in 8 years.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'll be like the main thing of the trailer, the hook of
Yeah,
the
like
trailer.
the lightning bolt in the center.
Dum dum dum. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like and it's like one shot. Boom, boom. It just keeps showing reactions.
We should just get hired like right now.
I always say that on the show. I'm like, but I'm not a producer.
Oh man,
Is that the whole cast?
I think that's
And
everybody.
definitely the whole cast.
Yeah.
That's everybody. All right. That's all I got.
I got.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
It's a good
It's
one.
late. It's late. I was worried we weren't going to have anything to talk about. Brett said
we
he heard
ended
that
up,
Bananas asked them not to come back. Who's them?
Cara and Paulie.
Paul. Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh,
Paulie and Cara probably.
Yeah. That's probably true.
Well, they came back.
They did come back.
I'm excited to see Paulie and Bananas like first conversation of the season. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. I want to just see them working opposite against each other. I just want to see that. I think that'd be really fun.
I wonder if Paulie will work with like the new people.
I think he'll try to get as many numbers as possible.
Yeah, he'll go where the numbers are. And honestly, the new people are probably his best shot because like I feel
Right.
like the vets don't really care from him.
Yeah.
No.
So it's going to have to be the new people, but I think there's enough of them.
I'm excited. I haven't been excited for a challenge season, but like I am excited to see how this dynamic plays out. So
Yeah,
be
I
another
think it's
good
going to be
thing
more
covered.
fun than like mainstream challenge for sure.
I'm just excited
Yeah.
to see Lewis.
Yeah, we can't wait to see Lewis. We love that man.
Yeah.
We really
Genuinely,
he's an awesome
genuinely
guy.
nice. Yeah,
Great guy. Has been on to talk with us with his beautiful wife Michelle twice now. So
Mm-hmm.
Friends
We
of the
enjoy
show.
them. We enjoy them. Yes, pals of the pod. But
They send you guys like croqueta shirts.
no,
Team Croqueta, yeah.
I wish. It's not that good of friends. Womp womp. All right. Anything else for the benefit of the community here?
I don't think so.
No.
Just thank you, Brian and Billy, from the
Yeah.
reality guys.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys. We love
Thank you for
coming on a
having
show that's we can just come and shoot the shit for sure.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is a lot of fun. Really nice to finally meet you, Brian. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's good to meet you guys too.
Yeah, it's just a good time. Where can our friends find us?
YouTube, the reality guys, and TikTok. We actually have a pretty good sized TikTok growth happened recently. So we do reality clips of the day, reality TV news, and then we do some 60-second reviews of shows we don't have time to do on YouTube, like Love and Hip Hop, Love Island. I was doing Below Deck, but we did do the Below Deck sailing yacht finale on YouTube this week. There is a reunion Monday and Tuesday hosted by Andy Cohen. So we will obviously be anywhere that Andy Cohen is. So we will 100% be covering that. And the reboot of The Real Housewives of New York City premieres on Sunday night. So we'll be there Sunday night to cover that. So new show alert for the channel.
Jeez.
Nice.
You guys stay busy. We're just
I
over
love
here
the
waiting
Housewives.
for
I've
Big
been a
Brother.
Housewives person for a long time. I love The Real Housewives. So
We are definitely busy. That's an
You
understatement.
are busy. That's fantastic.
if we weren't doing this, I'd probably just like lay around and do bullshit. So honestly, at least we keep ourselves busy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keeps you off
hell
the
yeah.
streets, keeps you honest.
Brian's getting things to have on camera for his children. We're all long gone. These are like the home videos.
They're all
We're
vlogs.
creating home videos.
This is what was going on while you were asleep. You were on the monitor right to the left.
Real funny.
All right. Well, we're out of here. Thanks a lot, friends.